Let's finish up our Out of This World lesson in Saxon phonics. Welcome back, boys and girls. Listen to these words and listen carefully to the sound at the end of the words. Back, lock, tuck, neck. What sound do you hear at the end of these words? We hear a k sound at the end of each of these words. Let's take a look at these words up on the board. We have back, lock, tuck, neck. What do you see that is making the k sound? We see that C and K is making the k sound. Do you remember what CK is called? It's called a digraph. A digraph is two letters that come together to make one sound. We code digraphs by underlining them. There are two kinds of digraphs, consonant digraphs and vowel digraphs. Digraph CK is a consonant digraph because it is made up of consonants. Let's finish coding these words. Let's start with the first word, back. Do we see a vowel? Yes, the letter A. Is it followed by a consonant? Yes, the letter C, which is part of digraph CK. So we're going to code the letter A with a breve. All of these vowels in these words are followed by a consonant, consonant C, which is part of digraph CK. So all the vowels on this page are going to be short, and we're going to code them with a breve. So today we're learning about a new digraph. So when we see this card, we're going to say digraph CK. And to help us remember what sound digraph CK makes, we have duck, k. Do you remember why the letter C is crossed out on this picture card? The C is crossed out because the letters in a digraph only make one sound. In digraph CK, the sound is k. The letter C doesn't make a sound, so we cross it out. Whenever letters do not make any sound, we call them silent letters. We code silent letters by crossing them out. So let's go back to our words up on the board. We're not finished coding these words yet. What do we still need to do? We need to finish crossing out our silent C in our digraph. Echo this sound, k. How do we spell this sound? We are going to spell it K, C. But how did we learn today we spell the k sound in words? Also with CK. And where do we find CK in these words? At the end. What kind of vowel is before the CK? Short vowels. So let's take a look at this rule. A word that ends with a k sound after a short vowel is usually spelled with the letters CK. From now on, whenever I ask you how to spell the k sound, we need to include the CK. So you will respond K, comma, C, final digraph, CK. The two lines before the C and the K stand for final position. Remember, the word final means at the end. So we put these lines before CK because these letters are found at the end of words. Great job today, boys and girls. We're going to continue to practice working with that final digraph CK to see how we use it. But first, let's practice coding some words up on the board. Let's start with this word. Do you see where we should start coding? Well, I see a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel pattern in this word. So I need to draw my syllable division line on where those syllables are going to divide. Then remember, we usually put our accent at the end of the first syllable. Now let's start with the first syllable and let's finish coding this word. Do we see a vowel in our first syllable? Yes, we see the letter U. Is it followed by a consonant? Yes, the letter T. A vowel followed by a consonant is short and coded with a breve. Let's look at our second syllable. Do we see a vowel? Yes, the letter E. Is it followed by a consonant? The letter G. A vowel followed by a consonant is short, and so we code it with a breve. Let's go ahead and let's read this word. Nutmeg. Let's listen carefully and make sure we got our accent in the right place. Nutmeg. Yeah, I think it sounds pretty okay that way. Let's go on to our next word. I have this little word up on my board. Let's see, how should we start coding it? I see a vowel. Is there a consonant after the vowel? No. An open, accented vowel is long, so we code it with a macron. So now the O is going to make its long sound and say its name and go O, O, O. Remember the rest of that rule. An open, accented. All right, so let's make sure we've got that accent mark on, and let's read this word. So. Good job. Let's go on to our last one. We have this word here. Ooh, I see something that we learned today. We have our final digraph, CK. Remember, because it only makes one sound, we're going to cross out our silent letter C. Now let's look at our vowel. Is our vowel followed by a consonant? Yes, even though the letter C is silent, it is still a consonant, so it still follows that rule. So we're going to code it with a breve. This is the word duck. Great job today, boys and girls. Don't forget when you're spelling to use our new final K spelling rule to try and determine when you should use C, K, or digraph CK. Don't forget to finish up the rest of your work, and we'll see you later.